there's finally answers, folks. After lots of confusion and different reporting, it seems, I'm going to say, because this could change tomorrow the way this looks.
Sure could.
But at this very moment, today, recording this on March 3rd, this is what we're told. We are told, this is from Complex. It says Paramount will officially acquire Warner Brothers for $111 billion.
It's a lot of money.
Holy shit, that's a lot of money. I mean, god damn.
It's a lot of money.
$111 billion.
Billion.
That's what it
Let
be,
that sink in.
folks. Billion.
Yeah.
It said Netflix exited its $87.2 billion bid, clearing the way for one of the biggest media deals in industry history via The Hollywood Reporter.
Wild.
Quote, by bringing together these world-class studios, our complementary streaming platforms, and the extraordinary talent behind them, we will create even greater value for audiences, partners, and shareholders. And that quote is from David Ellison.
Didn't we talk about David Ellison a long time ago?
Yes, and his pappy, Larry.
And Larry.
His pappy, Larry.
David and Larry, yep. His paps. This is huge. Just as huge as when Netflix was going to buy it, really.
Yep.
I mean, you've got two major media companies coming together.
Yeah.
Always know it's big news when my mom checks in, when she's like, "Hey, did you hear about Warner Brothers?" I said, "Yeah, I did." But I mean, what is there to say? I feel like the industry gets, the amount of people who run things sometimes gets smaller, and then it sometimes gets larger. It always kind of fluctuates every so often, every however many amount of years it does. So this is not surprising to me. I said this before when we've talked about it before, that this is not surprising, especially if a company is just not thriving. If it's more advantageous for Warner Brothers to be acquired, then I mean, if you want that company to live, it's got to go somewhere. So, as much as I don't like the monopoly of it all, I do understand. I do think it will shift things quite a bit. I mean, Paramount Global and Warner Brothers are two big spaces for movies, television as well, but movies in particular. I think it'll really affect the film industry. I also, it will definitely affect streaming. They already announced that Paramount Plus and HBO Max will be merging, which is really frustrating to me. And the reason why is because HBO Max just got its name back. What does this mean for the future of HBO Max? Like, so we're not going to be able to call it HBO Max anymore? I just feel like they're playing with our emotions.
Here
oh, please.
About that very thing.
Give it to us.
This is from Variety. It says, quote, as we said, we do plan to put the two services together, which today gives us a little over 200 million direct-to-consumer subscribers. 200 mil. Paramount CEO David Ellison said during an investor call breaking down the details of planned merger on Monday. Quote, we think that really positions us to compete with the leaders in the space. That's Disney.
And Netflix. Yeah.
Um, at Paramount, by the middle of this year, we'll have completed the consolidation of our three services under one unified stack. And you can see us taking a similar approach to this platform going forward. And we think the combined offering, and given the amount of content and what we can do from the tech side, really will put us in a position to be able to compete with the most scaled players in D2C, which is direct to consumer.
What do you think of this? I haven't thought about that, but I'll save it.
I think this sucks. We spoke about David Ellison and Larry Ellison, and this is not good for us as consumers.
No.
So if y'all don't know what we said, you can go back and look at our deep dive. Or it really wasn't a deep dive, really. Our what we shared with you guys back then. But Larry Ellison is not a good. It's not a good person to have the power over this. And it seems, I cannot confirm, but it seems like Larry Ellison is the one really pulling the strings here. And so him having the power and connection over this is really like, for Star Wars people, it's Emperor Palpatine. It is Senator Palpatine moving the ships, moving things around to put himself in place to become Emperor Palpatine.
Yeah.
And so that's really what this is. It's not good. It was never good when it was going to merge with Netflix either. Let's be
No.
clear.
People were
Uh,
terrified too of that Netflix thing. I think I had said on here that people were asking me, like, you work in media, are you afraid? I
right. Exactly. And it
think
was
that's why
never
I'm
good.
not
It's
afraid.
never good when these huge companies eat up other huge companies.
Right, of
And so,
course.
because what happens is you're consolidating a lot of things, including jobs.
Yeah.
So this is not good. The other thing
No.
is, yeah, in every industry, there are 3 to 5 companies that control everything. Although it's common, it's not a good thing. It may
No.
be commonplace, but it's not a good thing.
No.
Uh, and for that, you can look up economics and different things, and you'll figure out why.
Oh
But it's
yeah.
just not good. It's not good for 3 to 5 companies to own everything in a space. But it happens often. It happens in music. It happens in books. It
Hmm.
happens in television and film, so on. So sports. It happens all over the place, and so it's not good. But it is the reality. And so it's not something like you said. We've seen this. We've seen this before plenty of times in our lifetime. But
Hmm.
this is bad. This is bad news. As far as being a subscriber, a customer, I don't subscribe to either one in today. I don't know that I will subscribe to either one tomorrow. I guess we'll see what happens. But
Yeah.
for consumers,
Prices.
this means a lot of things, right? Exactly. It means it could mean that prices are going to skyrocket because now they hold so much
Yeah, they have a
that
bigger
they
offering.
have
Yeah.
a large share of the market, and so they can dictate pricing in such, which also means their competitors Disney and Netflix could do the same. And so now we
Absolutely.
have we have 3 major players in the field of streaming today. That's it. It's going to be a really interesting situation going forward. You might want to get you a Fire Stick, you know what I'm saying? And do the do.
Well, it's just Amazon is in bed with all of them. But
Oh, that's not what I mean by that.
oh, I know what you mean. Yeah, there. I mean, you guys can look into that. But
Might be time.
yeah, what'd you say?
I said it might be time, you
It
know?
might be. Um, so what I did want to say before we move on is, well, I agree with you. I think for subscribers, prices are going to go up. I think there's going to be a shift in the way you get content too. I think you're going to start seeing a lot more content be put behind paywalls, and I don't mean the initial paywall of I pay monthly for HBO Max or Paramount Plus or whatever it is, but I mean that added layer that I'm sure Hulu subscribers have already seen in the last couple of years, where you subscribe to Hulu and then you try to watch something that is on Hulu and they're like, wait, actually, you don't have that tier. I think you're going to see a lot more tiered subscriptions. I
Hmm.
think there's going to be a lot more bundling. Honestly, at the end of the day, and this is why we make the point that only so many people own these companies, is because they're all in bed with each other. If you realize now, you can go to Amazon Prime and you can get HBO Max and you can get Peacock and you can get everything from the same place if you really want to.
Yeah.
Um, so it's something to keep in mind as a consumer. Um, a lot of the sharing that's going on is going to their crackdown is probably going to be even greater, and that's because they are going to want they're going to need to recoup dollars from consolidating two services and putting them together. So they're going to need to raise your prices. They're gonna need to make sure they're raising their subscription rate in terms of how many people are subscribing to them. So all of that, or I should say subscriber rate. So all of that is going to come into play. But one of the things that I did want a bit of a call to action, a bit of a PSA to Paramount Plus. That app is terrible. Okay? That app is terrible. It has so many problems. I'd recommend we all move over to the HBO Max system. I understand that HBO Max is going to be folded in, but I'd recommend you use whatever they're using. Probably not going to happen, I understand. But my suggestion is please, please, whatever it is y'all are using, it's not very good. It doesn't remember when you watch something. It oh my gosh, it glitches, it freezes to the point where you can't get back to where you're going. I have to press the button twice to pause. Paramount Plus, it is the only app that does that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's a terrible, terrible user experience. So I'm hoping that there will be some learnings from working with the HBO, the Warner Brothers team. I'm hoping that in terms of infrastructure, we are looking at some other options. Because you want to raise our prices, you need to raise your quality.
That's right.
All right? I just wanted to put that out there for all my people. I don't want to have to bring out my podcaster mic. Okay? Not today. Um so yeah, that's my last thought. Is just please get it together with the app. That app is just awful. It is awful. Not going to hire me back now.
Nope. Definitely
I
not going
mean,
back there.
product development. Hello.
All right. Moving right along.